how Tower Bridge was born. London has always been a city full of movement. People walked along busy streets, boats sailed on the River Thames, and the city never stayed quiet for long. But long ago, London faced a problem. The river that helped the city grow also divided it into two parts. The Thames was wide and alive. Ships carried food, tools, and treasures, and they needed space to pass freely. People wanted to cross the river more easily. Horses grew tired, carriages waited, and old bridges were far away. Near the eastern part of the city stood the Tower of London. It was old, strong, and full of history. No one could build just any bridge near the tower. If a bridge was built there, it had to be special. London began to argue. Some people wanted a simple bridge, but ships would not fit underneath. Others suggested a very high bridge, but that would be hard for people to climb every day. What if the bridge could move? Some asked. What if it could open for ships and close for people? The city talked and talked. Many ideas came and went. Like fog over the river, one day, an architect named Horace Jones shared his vision. He believed the bridge should respect the tower and feel like part of history. He imagined tall towers and a bridge that could lift its arms. It would look strong, beautiful, and proud. But ideas need help to become real. That help came from an engineer named John Wolfe Berry. He knew how to make metal move. Together, they planned a bridge powered by steam. Deep inside the bridge, powerful machines were hidden. They used steam to lift the bridge's great arms, called bascules. When a ship arrived, the bridge would slowly rise. It looked like the bridge was bowing to the river. Building the bridge was a long adventure. Workers labored for 8 years in wind, rain, and fog. Stone towers grew higher each day. Steel beams locked together like pieces of a giant puzzle. Sometimes the bridge disappeared into the mist, but every morning it stood taller than before. At last, the day of opening arrived. Crowds gathered along the riverbanks. A ship approached the bridge and stopped. Then the bridge began to move, slowly and carefully. Its arms lifted into the air. People held their breath and watched in wonder. The ship passed safely beneath. Cheers filled the air. Tower Bridge was born. It was not just a bridge, but a symbol. It connected two sides of the city. It also connected the past and the future. People walked across it every day. Ships sailed under it every night. As years passed, the world changed. Steam gave way to electricity and horses to cars, but Tower Bridge remained. It still opens for ships and welcomes visitors from around the world. The bridge reminds us of something important. Great ideas take time, patience, and courage. Sometimes the best solutions are not simple. And sometimes a bridge is more than a road. It is a story made of stone and steel, a story that London tells every single day. And now the day is slowly drawing to a close. The noise grows quieter. Thoughts slow down. And it's time for storytelling. But before we begin, let's do one small but important thing. If you enjoy learning new things, if you enjoy listening to stories before bed, and if you want to come back again, subscribe to the Hamster NBC channel and like this video. This way, you'll help us create even more kind stories and clear explanations for children all over the world. Now, get comfortable. History is waiting for you. The Elves and the Shoemaker. Once upon a time, there lived a shoemaker. He had absolutely no money. He finally became so poor that he had only one piece of leather left, enough for a pair of boots. One evening, he cut out the leather and thought, I'll go to bed, and in the morning, I'll get up early and make the boots. So he did. He lay down and fell asleep. In the morning, he woke up, washed himself, and was about to get to work. But when he looked, the boots were already made. The shoemaker was very surprised. He picked up the boots and began to examine them carefully. How well they were made. Not a single stitch was out of place. It was immediately obvious that a skilled craftsman had made them, and soon a buyer was found. And he liked them so much that he paid a large sum for them. The shoemaker was now able to buy enough leather for 2 pairs of boots. He cut 2 pairs that evening and thought, I'll go to bed now, and in the morning I'll get up early and start sewing. He got up in the morning, washed himself, and saw that both pairs of boots were ready. Buyers soon appeared again. They really liked the boots. They paid the shoemaker a large sum of money, and he was able to buy leather for 4 pairs of boots. The next morning, these 4 pairs were ready, and so it went. Every day, from then on, whatever the shoemaker cuts in the evening is already sewn by the morning. The shoemaker's life of poverty and hunger ended. One evening, he cut boots, as usual. But before going to bed, he suddenly said to his wife, "Listen, wife, what if we don't go to bed tonight and go see who's making our boots?" The wife was delighted and said, "Of course, we won't go to bed. Let's go see." The wife lit a candle on the table, then they hid in the corner under their dresses and waited. And then, exactly at midnight, the little people came into the room. They sat down at the shoemaker's table, picked up the cut leather with their tiny fingers, and began sewing. They jabbed, stitched, and hammered so quickly and nimbly that the shoemaker couldn't take his eyes off them in amazement. They worked until all the boots were finished, and when the last pair was finished, the little people jumped off the table and immediately disappeared. In the morning, the wife said to her husband, "The little people have made us rich. We should do something nice for them, too. The little people come to us at night, naked and probably very cold. I've come up with something. I'll sew each of them a jacket, a shirt, and pants, and you make them some boots." Her husband listened and said, "That's a good idea. They'll be so happy, I bet." So one evening, they placed their gifts on the table in place of the cut leather and hid in the corner again, waiting for the little people. Exactly at midnight, as always, the little people came into the room. They jumped onto the table and wanted to get to work right away. But they saw that instead of the cut leather, there were red shirts, suits, and little boots on the table. At first, the little people were surprised, but then they were overjoyed. They quickly donned their beautiful suits and boots, danced, and sang. "Our outfits are so beautiful, so there's nothing to worry about. We're happy with our outfits, and we won't make any boots." The little people sang, danced, and jumped over chairs and benches for a long time. Then they disappeared and never came back to make shoes. But happiness and good fortune never left the shoemaker's side throughout his long life.